Hey friends, welcome back to She's At It Again. This is going to go together so fast. This recipe doesn't have a fancy name. It's called roasting beans. That's it. It is very versatile. And when I say you literally dump things in the crock pot, I'm talking about you don't prep anything ahead of time. I rinsed the beans and I chopped an onion, but you could even buy frozen chopped onions. So let's start this. You're going to be surprised, and you're going to be even more surprised when you eat this because the flavor is over the top good, and it's gluten-free. So all my gluten-free friends, here we go. All right, first of all, we're going to take 2 cups of dried pinto beans that have been rinsed really, really well under hot water. Now, these have not been soaked. I just got them out of the pantry a few minutes ago, rinsed them off real well. We're going to dump these in our crock pot. This slow cooker is a 6-quart slow cooker. This one works pretty well for this recipe. So if you have something smaller than that, just know this size works ideally. The next thing we're going to put in here is a can of what's typically known to most people as Rotel. This is diced tomatoes with green chilies in it. This is not necessarily spicy. You can buy it in spicy if you want to, but I'm partial to this store brand just because it's organic and I like that idea. Okay, dump that right there on the top. You know me, I gotta get every speck out of the can. Next ingredient is 4-ounce can of diced green chilies. Use whatever brand you have. And these also come in mild and medium and possibly hot. Just make sure you notice that on the label. A lot of times we'll just go, oh, there's several different brands of green chilies and not realize that there is definitely a spice factor to the different kinds. Dump that in there like that. Next ingredient is our beef roast. And here's what I have right here. This is a bottom round roast. So, whatever that means. I say you could probably get just one of the cheapest cuts of beef that doesn't have a lot of fat on it. That's the only criteria. You don't want a lot of fat on this. There's a chunk of fat on the corner. And literally, like everybody says, literally, I'm going to take this and just lay it right there on top. Next ingredient going in is a 1.5 teaspoons of ground cumin. Just kind of throw it over the top there. 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Now I make my own chili powder because back in the day when I needed things that conform to the specific carbohydrate diet, normal chili powder has, I believe, rice flour in it, and the person that I was making this for could not have grains on this particular diet. So I've started making my own, and it's pretty phenomenal. So 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Now, not to be confused with chili mix. This is just chili powder. And then you need a teaspoon of minced fresh garlic. You need 1 diced onion, and that's what I have in here. and we're going to put enough water on there to cover all the beans and half of the roast. I know that sounds kind of like a weird description, but that's what the instructions say. So that looks like all the beans and half the roast. We're going to put the lid on this. We're going to turn it on high after we plug it in. And we're going to let this cook for 8 to 10 hours. Leave the house, go do something. When you come back, you can stir this up. And what I do is normally take kind of a fork and rake over the top of it, pick those chunks of fat out, discard those, and you are ready to rock and roll. Stir this together, and it is roast beef and pinto beans combined. We're going to either top this on top of rice or mashed potatoes, or use it as a burrito filling. So when we come back, when I turn the video back on, this will be done. I'll be stirring it up and show you what it looks like and let you know what we're going to serve it with. We're not going to have this today. It's 9 o'clock in the morning now, and we could have this for dinner tonight very easily, but I think I want to wait and have this maybe Sunday lunch and invite somebody over. So sounds like a plan. Okay, see you in a bit. It is Sunday morning, and we are having guests over to eat lunch with us today after church. So I wanted to give you an idea of how Sunday morning normally goes. Right now it's 6:30. We leave the house at about 7:45, and I'm going to heat these things up so when we come in and our guests come in right before probably around 11 o'clock, these will be pretty much ready to put on the table. I'll just do last minute things like I'm going to make roasted sweet potato salad. We have a video for that. Here's my sweet potatoes, my almonds, my dressing made over there. All I have to do is toss a few other things in it. But I wanted to show you what I'm going to put in the oven this morning. So this is our roast and beans. Now this is only half of the recipe because that made a very large amount. So this is in an oven-proof container. Here is the mashed potatoes that goes with it. And I made those yesterday. So those are ready to go in the oven. Those will be piping hot. This is steamed carrots and broccoli, two of my favorite vegetables together, and the carrots are super sweet. So I have parchment in there, so of course it doesn't touch the aluminum foil. Get it all sealed up. We don't want anything to dry out, but what I'll do is I'll turn the oven on about 325, get it heated up, and then keep it on warm while we're gone. And then these are our pan of rolls that I made yesterday. So anyway, I'm gonna pop these in the oven, and then I will take a video of somebody's plate or something. I don't take videos of our dinner guests unless we just get to laughing and talking about it, and they say that would be funny. So we'll see how it goes, but I'll show you a picture of the final product on a plate, but just to let you know how things go. Now, I won't put the rolls in there right now. I'll put those in when we come in at last minute. We'll turn this on 325.
start getting hot, and I'm going to go cook some breakfast. And just so you know, we look forward to sharing something again with you real soon. So the last part of this video will just be of a plate. So see ya.